Hello, guys. I'm back. Was out a little bit, but I'm back. Just been sick, but back here to continue this. Like I said, I wanted to go through all these lessons. So last lesson we did was 6. So now we're on 7. Okay. So SQL lesson 7, outer joins. Depending on how you want to analyze the data, the inner join we used last lesson might not be sufficient because the resulting table only contains data that belongs in both of the tables. In the two tables, if the two tables have asymmetric data, which can easily happen when data is entered in different stages, then we would have to use the left join, right join, and full join. Instead, to ensure that the data you need is not left out of the result. And then, of course, it walks us through some steps here. Samples to look at. You have select column, another column from the table, and then you're using inner, whether it be inner, left, right, full join. Uh, yeah, so that's what we're doing. Like the inner join, these three new joins have to specify which column to join the data on. When joining the table A to table B, a left join simply includes rows from A, regardless of whether a matching row is found in B. The right join is the same but reversed, keeping rows in B, regardless of whether a match is found in A. Finally, we have the full join, simply means that the rows from the tables are kept, regardless of whether the matching row exists in other tables. When using any of these new joins, you will likely have to write additional logic to deal with nulls in the result and constraints. And then it goes into more of this stuff here, guys. And here's the exercise and what we have. So we can see that we have a table named buildings and then a table named employees. You can scroll down to see the whole list here. And then the table buildings, we see the building name is one of our columns, and then capacities are other. Then on the employees, of course, you can have the role, the name, and then the building, and then the years they've been employed. So here we are. And of course, this right here is pulling just the table from employees. Okay, so on the first exercise, they're saying find the list of all buildings that have employees. All right, so we're going to go ahead and write this. So the way we're going to write this is we're going to keep pretty much all of this here, except from here we're gonna be using the keyword distinct, uh, and then the building. So we have select distinct, and then we're saying building from employee. Yep, and that's pretty much what they wanted. It is distinct is usually what's capitalized. It's one of the keywords. Building shouldn't have been. Um, you just want to write building the right. I just put all caps, but this is the way. So distinct building from, and then here also this, I like to put it capitalized. They say you don't have to, but it is another keyword. So select distinct building from employees, and that pretty much gives you the list. It says find the list of all buildings that have employees. So they only wanted a list of the two buildings that did. So it looks like TE had, I'm sorry, 1E was one of them, and then 2W were the ones that had. And if you look at the building, those buildings there, and you see the name of the employee in the row. So that's what they wanted. They just wanted the list of that. Okay, so on the next one, it says find the list of all buildings and their capacity, right? So they're wanting all these buildings and their capacity from it. So on this one, we're going to set, um, we're moving from the, we're moving from Find the list of all buildings with capacity. Okay, so let me, I'm getting sidetracked here a little bit. So we are going to be saying select building. We do want to say from. Now when I do like I said, cups. Oh, so select from building underscore name and capacity. And we use most when we're separating. So we said building name is one of the ones that we're selecting, and then the other one's gonna be capacity. And you see building name is because that's what it says, and then we want capacity to be our next field, next column that we want to see. And it's being something about building name. What is it? No such. Oh, okay, okay. So I misspelled this somehow because it's not liking what I say. Yeah. So this pretty much what it wants is this. So you have to make sure it's spelled correctly. So that's what it says. And um, my other mistake here is that it's not from employees, but building. And I can't spell either. Let's see. There's a, oh, my bad. So it says buildings, and I was just saying, okay. So yeah, this is what we have to pay attention to all this stuff. Make sure we're writing things the right way. So pretty much that's what I wanted. So again, we answer the question, find the list of all buildings and their capacity. So here's a list of all the buildings and then their capacity for each one. The next one says list all three buildings and distinct employee roles, each building including empty buildings. So on this one, we're gonna write this, select, and we're going back to that distinct keyword one more time. So distinct, and then again, I want that building underscore all caps. And then the name of the role as well. Right, I'm sorry, just the role. That's the name of the column role. And then it's gonna be from. Where sorry. So just how to look at something here. So it says, so it'd be from buildings, which is what we, from buildings, right? That's what we're saying. And then we're gonna save, we're going to use the left join here. And I just do it that way. So we're going to use the left join here. And I just do it that way. So we're going to use the left join here. And I just do it this way. So we're going to use the left join here. And I just do it this way. So we're going to use the left join here. And I just do it this way. So we're going to use the left join here. And I just do it this way. So we're going to use the left join here. And I just do it this way. So we're going to use the left join here. And I just do it this way. So we're going to use the left join here. And I just do it this way. So we're going to use the left join here. And I just do it this way. So we're going to use the left join here. And I just do it this way. So we're going to use the left join here. And I just do it this way. So we're going to use the left join here. And I just do it this way. So we're going to use the left join here. And I just do it this way. So we're going to use the left join here. And I just do it this way. So we're going to use the left join here. And I just do it this way. So we're going to use the left join here. And I just do it this way. So we're going to use the left join here. And I just do it this way. So we space left join. And then we're saying employees. Using the on. Goes to building. Semicolon. Okay, so on this one we said select distinct building name. So those are our two columns, building name and then role. Left join, we're saying for employees. Okay, so now we're bringing that information, and then we're saying on building name that equals to building, right? So then we're matching those buildings with their role. Yep, and that is what we cover here on lesson 7. Thank you guys. Bye for now.